Leo, Sun, Moon, rising, North Node, Venus, even, cross watchers. This is your timeless reading. Welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I am your hostess. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And if you requested the live link for the Leo readings by following the directions below, that just came to your phone. So we're going to get right into this. If you're with me when the red rectangle says live up in the corner, and you have a question to contribute to the reading, but it can't be a personal question. It has to pertain to the general reading, and it has to be something that everybody who watches can relate to for the Leo Collective. Put it in, I'll work it into the reading. If it's not live, it's not going to work. So in that case, you probably want to get in with the lives. So, all right, I should have pulled these cards out earlier, but I didn't. We're going to start off with the Osho Zen Tarot to see what is the current lesson for the Leo Collective. So let's see. What is the current lesson for the Leo Collective? Now, the way the timeless reading works, whenever you find it is when it's by divine design. So it doesn't matter when it was recorded. Whenever you find it is when it's divine design, perfectly aligned, meant for you to find it. All right, what is the main lesson for the Leo Collective? Thank you. So Leo, what I'm getting while I'm shuffling is you were meant to be seen. The Leo is often mistaken for living in the jungle, but tigers live in jungles. You live on the savannas, and you can see far, far, far in what you're meant to be seen and heard. You have huge vision. You have a powerful voice, and you're an influencer. You have such a powerful influence. So let's see, what is the lesson for Leo Collective? Understanding comes out. All right. And I'm being guided to find it in the book and read it to you. So give me just a moment. It's the Page of Water. It's on page 62. So for somebody, the number 62 could be very important. It's somebody's birth year, but 62, 6 is about harmony, 2 is about partnership, 6 and 2 together is 8. That's about power, energy, and activity. As above, so below, infinity. Okay, here we go. The bird pictured on this card is looking out from what seems to be a cage. There is no door, and actually the bars are disappearing. The bars were an illusion, and the small bird is being summoned by the grace and freedom and encouragement of the others. It is spreading its wings, ready to take flight for the very first time. The dawn of a new understanding that the cage has always been open and the sky has always been there for us to explore can make us feel a little shaky at first. It's fine and natural to be shaky, but don't let it overshadow the opportunity to experience the lightheartedness and adventure on offer. Right there alongside the shakiness. Move with the sweetness and gentleness of this time. Feel the fluttering within. Spread your wings and be free. You are out of jail, out of the cage. You can open your wings and the whole sky is yours. All the stars and the moon and the sun belong to you. You can disappear into the blueness of the beyond. Just stop clinging to this cage. Move out of the cage and the whole sky is yours. Open your wings and fly across the sun like an eagle. In the inner sky, in the inner world, freedom is the highest value. Everything else is secondary, even blissfulness, ecstasy. There are thousands of flowers, uncountable, but they all become possible in the climate of freedom. So understanding that whatever blockages you were perceiving never really were there. Awareness is everything, and now there's this awareness that you are free. You are free, you are free, you are free. For some of you, this is a freedom from overextending yourself to others, Leo. Yeah. For some of you, this is finally feeling free from obligations to others, fulfilling what others chose for you, wanted for you. And what's cool is I see that there's different others, and there are different others in your world experience right now who are showing you what it looks like to be free. You found your tribe, you found others like you. And like you, at one point, they didn't know that they were free. They thought that they were stuck. They thought that they were caged. They thought they couldn't move. They had caged themselves in a specific situation before as well. I hear we all have. But now that you've found others like you and they've found their freedom, they're inviting you, they're calling to you, and you can't ignore it anymore. And it's like day by day, more and more the shackles fall off. I hear the shackles fall off. All of the things that you've bound yourself to in the past begin to fall off of you. And you find your freedom and you begin to fly higher and higher. So that is the lesson right now. Anywhere where you think you're caged, unable, shackled, no, you're free. Those are illusions. They're illusions. And so there's the energy here of getting to the core of the illusions. Okay. Oh boy. And we have our first three cards falling out together. And I say, oh boy, because it starts with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. I feel like this is a past energy. I feel like this is what you're breaking free from. Heartbreak, disappointment. The Eight of Wands. Oh yeah. This heartbreak, disappointment came in, but you quickly put things in motion to do what? To pull your energy back, to protect your heart, to go back home for somebody and for somebody else to remove from your home energies. Let's just say no. We don't need to go too much into that. Yeah, I feel like the truth that hurts like a bee but sets you free came to you. And once you got that understanding, you knew where to pull your energy back from, and you brought the situation to an end. And like I said, somebody moved home If you didn't move home, somebody else had to move out of your home. And for some of you, this is not literal, but it's symbolic of some. For somebody, this is about a job. For somebody, this is totally about a job. You felt stuck in a career path, felt stuck with the company, felt stuck with your 8 years. I don't know. You're feeling freer now. You're letting that go. But it was a path of learning that brought you here, and it was a very difficult lesson to accept because you had hopes, you had goals here, and it just didn't turn out the way you had hoped it would. And sometimes life is like that. Sometimes things don't always go the way we hope they would. But see, I'm hearing the universe, or you could call God. What language do you speak? We speak them all. Universe, God, source, your angels, ancestors, guides. They heard, they saw what you did not. Temperance is here. And now it's divine timing. You're working through all of these emotions that you've had, working with what the epiphanies, the new information. Oh, I didn't put my chains on. Okay, I put them on. Like getting chewed out because I didn't put my. It doesn't matter. I don't need them. Yes, but we like them on you. Okay, doing it. So you're working through all of the emotions that come with this new truth. And I say new truth because you didn't quite see things this way before. You didn't see things this way before. And once you did, it was like, oh my God. There was some real pain with it because you never could imagine why somebody could, or how they could be that way towards you, whoever these others were. If it's the job, then it's like you never imagined that it was going to be. I hear somebody understood something deeper about what their company was supporting, involved in, something like that. That changed everything. But you got your internal balance on point, and you are proudly moving forward. So truth hurts. It unsettles you for a moment. It makes you pull your energy all the way back. It makes you pull your energy all the way back. And somebody else did not see this coming. Whatever the so we're going to talk about romance because that's what I'm feeling strongest. If you apply this to your business life, then be it. Apply it as it fits. As a matter of fact, we didn't say it. You're always responsible for all of the choices you make because it's your life. So if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it don't, leave it where you found it. Yeah, somebody was very unpleased with your choice to move on because what happened is they sitting there boo-hooing, seeing for themselves what they had done. And they know you're moving on. They see you moving on. And the fact of the matter is, so as you move on, you still, I feel like a little bit of regret comes up for you about what was in the past. But Spirit is here saying, no, don't feel regret because you loved somebody and they hurt you. Better to have loved and got hurt than to never have loved at all. Like if you are so afraid of a breakup or an ending or of getting your heart broken that you would rather avoid it, then guess what? You're never going to take a chance. Because there's no way to guarantee at the outset of any relationship that a person is not going, that a person's going, first off, going to stay with you. Because chances are you're going to die by yourself. I mean, I don't know what the statistics are of couples who actually die at the same time together. Anyways, I hope you get that point. So you put your whole heart into something. But when you saw the truth of where it was going, that this person and you couldn't journey no more, you pulled your energy back. You brought it to an end. You've been looking at yourself and the decision to move on, saying, is this really the best decision that I've made? And I feel like there's been the processing. It came in later. You started finding balance. You were feeling better, but you're feeling good for like a week, and then all of a sudden it comes back to your memory. And then it's just the processing. And I hear what you're processing is the letting go of the dreams and the hopes and the wishes and the plans that you had with that one. Yeah, it's letting go of these things. The plans, the wishes, the dreams. You had a whole vision. Your heart was true. You really thought it was going to be something. It turned out to not be that. And here we go. Moving on. Okay, so that option is no longer valid. That option is no longer on the table. It's fixed. It's locked in its position. It's done all it's going to do. I'm going to take this new opportunity. I'm going to see where I want to go with this new opportunity. I'm looking out. I'm taking into consideration the things I learned in my past, from my past experience, but I'm making sure to leave all the past experience with the previous wand. So it's going to stay there, fixed in its position. I'm not going to bring it forward into my new situation. It's going to stay right there. But I'm looking at what's possible. So I feel like this is where you're at. If you don't feel like you're here yet, this is where you're going. This is where you're headed. Ooh, and one thing the one thing is no more codependency, no more obsessive relationships. And I feel like the awareness that somebody will come looking for you again. So creating that separation by, some people try to stay friends with their exes and stuff like that, and how commendable of you, but I don't see that here. Not friends in real life, not friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Which one do you use? Not friends on none of them. Because I feel like if you entertain it a little bit, it quickly and easily can suck you back in. I feel that. It can quickly and easily suck you back in. So you have to maintain healthy boundaries, and you know this. And so you're doing what you need to do to bring those healthy boundaries in. So I definitely feel like this spread is more about singles. Yeah, and here you are. Knight of Pentacles. Forward movements. This is you continuing to move forward, and I'm not here letting the other person go, and they could stay as guarded, as blocked as they want to. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so I didn't mention this in the beginning. I haven't really been calling the names of the cards. I've been showing them, but that's it. But this card was here at the bottom when the first three fell out, and I didn't call it. So for somebody, that's why there's so much emotional processing here, because this whole situation involved marriage. There was a marriage on the table that did not happen. And so that's why there's so much processing here going on. It's interesting because what I'm seeing in these cards here is that the universe has actually helped you by presenting the challenge, obstacles that caused the separation, because it was important for you to move forward. It was very important for you to move forward, to let this go. It was, for you, this was about breaking a cycle of trying to hold on to something. I hear of trying to make the round peg fit in the square hole, or vice versa. Like, it's not what you want it to be. It's not going to transform into being what you want it to be. You gotta take it for what it is and honor that. And the Queen of Cups is showing up now saying, yeah, you knew that this whole difference in vibe, as I hear, difference in vibe, was going to become a major factor. You knew that this person's emotional responses were not healthy. You knew. So let's see what you're moving forward to with your Knight of Pentacles energy. You're putting your energy into something. The Seven of Pentacles is saying you tend into your own garden. You're doing the work on yourself here. You're waiting. You're tired of waiting. But you know at the same time, well, if it's not time, it's not time. You can't rush growth. Growth is a natural process. So you're going to keep taking care of yourself while everything comes to fruition for you. Let's see more about that. The Page of Swords. I get the energy here of somebody who's waiting to hear from somebody. You waiting to... I feel like you... Ooh, somebody... Okay, I just saw it nice and clear. Somebody's waiting on an apology. Why? Even if you get it, what does it change? I feel like the big apology that you're really waiting for, if you're sitting up here thinking that you're waiting for an apology from somebody else, I feel like the apology you're waiting for is from yourself. I apologize for being upset with you because you allowed yourself to have this experience. I apologize for being so impatient with you. And this is to yourself, right? I apologize for thinking that you weren't enough. I apologize for putting this other in a place of greater prominence than you. Yeah. Because somebody really had their partner on a pedestal. And when your partner was on that pedestal, your self-love was very low. Yeah. I'm just going to keep going with these cards and see what comes out. Yeah, there was a disappointment because there was gonna... you were looking for a marriage. You thought there was going to be a marriage, and at the end of the day, you realized you had to choose yourself. You had to choose self-love. You ended up by yourself. Yeah, when you met this person, you really thought that they were your everything, and what you didn't know, what this person actually meant somebody else. Oh boy. And so here you are, seeing things in a new light, moving forward to go get what you believe for yourself, finding hope restored, spending some time with family and friends. I see that. And I feel like as you're releasing this old stuff, you do this little... you might have moments of a few moments where... moments or minutes where... and I hear maybe it's just a minute, where all of a sudden you're emotionally overwhelmed with everything, and so there's an emotional release through some tears, and then immediately you pivot and you're like, no, everything is working out for me. It's okay. Obviously, I'm just releasing emotion. So you're learning emotional independence here, and also you're learning overall independence. You're learning to be very pleased with being with you, and you've definitely closed out this old chapter. You're now trying to make some decisions about how to move forward, and you've definitely overcome some things that used to compel you. And right now, I feel like you have plenty of resources to really just enjoy the luxury of living. Excuse me, hold on. Why the luxury of living got us choked up? I don't know, but we got choked up on the luxury of living. I feel like you're so used to putting energy into this other for so long, so much energy, that you get overwhelmed and overexcited as you are out here doing... I feel like it's not sowing your oil. It's like you're finally jumping into the pool of enjoying your life. I feel like you have a couple of friends that are really important to you, and you're spending time with them. I feel like while you're waiting, you're creating. You're not just sitting around doing nothing while you're creating. And I feel like you're also... when this person calls me back, This is what I'm going to tell. I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. I'm going to let them know. I feel like you could be having that whenever it comes up when you think about them calling. I feel like you're even I heard you even speaking to their spirit saying, no, don't call me. You bet not call me. You're not going to be happy if you call me. I know you want to call me. You better stay over there on your side of the world type of thing. I feel that. For somebody, you have a child with this person. For others of you, you had a business together. So this situation caused some real challenges, breakup. How do we free ourselves from this whole situation? Need to make some decisions to be able to get this visitation down, get the rights, um, get the paperwork done, whatever that is. Big decision. Somebody didn't like the decision. Somebody did not like what they had seen. Somebody had a real problem, was about to go boxing because they seen some shit that they really did not need to be seeing. Um, but now it's like, hold on. I created all this. I can make it again. I can make it over again. Maybe you ain't the one, but there's a person here who's very determined. There's a person here who's very determined. If you had a business together, not a child, you are very determined to take that business and make it pop, baby. And now it's all yours. Their name is gone. Y'all did the paperwork, whatever. It's all yours. You won't have to worry about that at all. Yes, you will have a family. Some of you are going to be meeting a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Um, I feel like also if there's a child involved, um, because okay, so there's somebody who's the child's other parent left with the child, and for whatever reason, um, you will see this child, but this child is going to be of legal age when you see this child. I feel like that's one person. And I don't think you're getting this reading right. I hear you going to get this reading 2 years after it's already been on YouTube. Um, for all you Leos though who have a little baby, there's a determination that like I'm involved from here to the end. That's what I see here. You're gonna be there. You will be there. You don't necessarily know what that's gonna look like or what it's gonna require of you to be there, but you will be there. So let's see what else we have. Oh boy. Yeah, that whole, if you've been wondering, is there another chance? Is it something that I need to do again? Did I do all I could? You did everything you could. At the end of the day, you tried, you gave it your best, and oh my Lord. Okay, this bottom row I just placed, I have the world ending. The Seven of Wands, persistence, standing your ground. With what? The ending, the Ten of Swords. Then it's the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. Honey, life is about to be brand new. You about to meet new people. You about to get new resources, new contracts. If you travel for your career, new contracts that require travel. I see 3 years of power for you. 3 years of power for you. I feel like in this business situation, the first year you're going to be very hands-on, very active. The second year, it's all going to be about handling the paperwork, the logistics, the communications. The third year, all it is signing checks and figuring out where you're going to spend all this money. That's what I see for you. Yes. Okay. What else do we have unfolding? Okay. Balance is being restored. You're standing in your power. The universe is supporting you. You're really focused on what would delight you, which is great. That's a perfect point of focus. If you're not having fun while you're doing it, why are you doing it? If it doesn't look or feel like I'm living my best life, then there's no reason to do it. But because you're doing that, you're focused on living your best life. You're focused on things that feel fantastic. You're focused on your accomplishments. You know that you're going to get what you want. Yes, you have all the creative energy there to create it. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody's taking a trip back home. Somebody's going to take a trip back home. You got something to say to somebody, or you got something to say to somebody. You going back home. You finna come tell somebody something. You could be sharing some of the karmic lessons you had. You could be sharing something about some big epiphany you had. For somebody, you're going back to where you started because you're going back to where you started because you're going to put together team the team that you're going to move forward with in this new contract and stuff that we talked about was coming your way. Yeah, somebody is going back to their original. It's like the A1s from day one. Somebody's going back home, though. Somebody's going back home, and somebody's going to build a base for their business at home. Interesting. And it's basically Spirit is shown this is the way forward. This is the way forward. Okay, what else? Well, you're going to be hearing about somebody who would like to contribute to what you're doing. They'd like to be vested. They'd like to be equal partners. This person would like to work with you because they see what you're doing has great value, great potential, great gains there, and they want to be a part of it. I feel like for you, you're going to end up choosing not to accept that. Somebody wants to be in on what you got, but you're like, no, that's not for me. Thank you so much. I hope you find what you need. But yeah, that opportunity is not for me. But before you do that, you are going to say, well, let me sleep on it. I'll think about it. So you're going to tell them you consider it. At the end of the day, you will reach a conclusion that no, it's not for you. You'll let that opportunity go because you're not interested in bringing in anything that could create a friction or a conflict with what you got going. As long as you have sole ownership, as long as it's in your name and you don't have partners, you don't have to worry about what somebody else says about how you operating, where you doing, who you doing business with. You're not ready for that right now. And I feel like it's going to be a long time before that's an option that you really even going to consider. You like having control of this business opportunity. I do feel like there's a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person who's going to be moving out of your life. This Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person is going to be moving out of your life. They're leaving because, they see your shine and they kind of see you don't fuck with them that way no more. That's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You don't mess with them like that no more. They don't, they're falling off completely. I also see here, oh, I see why. This person does not have what you have. There's somebody who you have thought was your A1 day one, and maybe they have been, but there is this person beginning to feel like you have more than I have. If I'm here with you, I should have what you have. And so basically they want they want to profit like they were your 50-50 business partner. But honey, they ain't your 50-50 business partner. This person just came in and brought what they were bringing to the table, and they're more like an employee, but they're feeling their self, and they're not like, and so you're picking up on the energy. You're gonna feel some deceit. If you get to feeling deceit, yes, there is deceit. If you get to feeling deceit, yes, there is deceit. Overall, though, you the Empress energy, you are in your wealth, abundance, prosperity, creativity, love, nurturing, and you moving forward. Anything that's bringing you a problem, you're not dealing with it. And there's that card again as your final message. And hey, you have things to celebrate. coming up. Let's see what the download has for the Leo collective in harmony with this message, please. What can you give to Leo? Thank you. We just read the whole tarot deck, by the way. Oh, if you want me, there is no amount of time or space that will keep you from me. Since I want you, nothing will keep me from you. So look, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a goal. But that goldfish was inside that laptop and it became real. So it was just a flat image and it became real. What you want, if it wants you and you want it, nothing will keep you apart. And so where somebody felt caged is coming, you're breaking free. Where you felt caged business wise, yeah. And it's funny because I said I was going to stay on business, on love, and then I ended up going to business. Yeah. Let's see what else we have for you from the words of clarity. So somebody, this love and business, very entangled there. Restriction. I told you you needed to block somebody. Block, 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 block. What else do you have for Leo? Immature. They ain't ready for you, baby. They ain't ready for you. If you don't block them, they're going to be throwing a fit and you're going to have to hear about it. And why are they throwing a fit? Because you're thriving. You're in the energy of thriving, you know? So you don't need to be a part of that. You've changed. You've transformed, okay? And there's been this phase with this image. I chose this image for the word transforming very specifically because it had the butterflies in the chrysalis. Now, when that butterfly is in a chrysalis, it ain't going nowhere. So there's been times where you felt like you wasn't going nowhere. At the same time, all this inner change is happening. And before that butterfly went in that chrysalis, it used to crawl as a caterpillar. But when it comes out, baby, it's going to fly. So you've been in this phase of waiting for things to happen. It's all about to happen. And it's time for you to fly. And whatever was removed from your experience was removed from your experience because it ain't a part of where you go. So that's what I have for you at this time. Thank you for joining me for the live. I want to say hello to Lee, who joined me for the live. And until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby.